Hi, I'm Orly,
And I'm Noelle.
and we're here from PreVeil's Compliance Corner. Today's CMMC domain that we're going to talk about is awareness and training. Well, what can you tell us about this one?
Sure thing, Orly. Awareness and training supports processes that ensure that staff members have the knowledge and skills to perform the work that they need to perform and to make sure that they keep sensitive information safe. Awareness and training is a really important one, and there's so many different things. There's a lot. I mean, there's so many different items that you have to address with awareness and training, but the big ones, and you see it here, there's role-based training. If you have a security administrator, they need to actually have security administration related training. If you have, there's security awareness, which is kind of across the board for everybody in your company. And so is insider threat. Those are the big ones. So this is just a very rudimentary example of a training log. This can be done, a multitude of different ways in a Google Doc or on a SharePoint list or in an Excel file or however, makes the most sense for your business. But the information you want to definitely include is the name of the training, when it was given, the employees that took the training, obviously, who administered it, and the frequency of it. Is it quarterly? Is it annually? Is this something that happens when people are hired? Is it something that happens when people leave? There's also having to, debrief people when they go as well. That can be kind of considered training as well. So there's a lot of different moving parts with awareness and training to think about. And then you also want to think about what types of training you want to do. Is it going to be sort of an asynchronous situation where you record something and send it out? Are you going to use an outside company or a vendor to do that training? Or are you going to do it internally with a tabletop exercise or something like that? There's a lot of different ways to do that, and making sure that you have that documented as well so that an auditor can see it is imperative.
That's just a quick question to clarify for the audience, Noelle. So this training documentation is not just for you, it is for the auditor. The auditor could say, hey, Noelle, I see that you're employee number 2 here. Tell me when you had this training and what was the topics that you discussed and what do you know about that topic?
Absolutely. Yeah. An auditor absolutely could ask that in an interview question, certainly. So yeah, it's important to make sure that, because it's awareness and training, right? It's not just training, it's being aware of what you actually got trained
Right.
on. That's really the key
It's a
part.
compound noun.
It
Make
is.
sure you notice that and sign.
Yes, the awareness part is part, I think, that sometimes kind of goes by the wayside. I mean, I know we're all guilty of it, where we've done a training once a year and we just kind of forget about it and it's fine. When those auditors come in, they absolutely orally can ask those questions. Hey, this training you took on X date, about insider threat, give me an overview of it, explain it to me. And if you don't remember it, that's not going to look good.
Yeah.
I think there's something really important that we should point out here, which is just one of the core concepts of documentation overall. If I'm an assessor and I don't have the document yet, like what we have here, I'm going to interview you to find out how you track these things. And then I'm going to ask for the document. You're going to give it to me. In reverse, if I've already provided this document to the assessor, right, before they show up for their on-site, we're doing it in reverse. So they already have the document and then they're talking to me about it. Well, what's the advantage there? I know what document I gave them. So I can review this document before they talk to me and increase my awareness of what was written down that I gave them before they start talking about it. That seems like a better position to be in from an assessment perspective.
And I think you just summed up why documentation is so important just in one sentence, because
Right.
you know what you're getting yourself into significantly more than, like you said, if it's like, oh, well, I don't have a document, you guys can just come talk to me about whatever it is you feel like. Yeah, you're not going to have that preparedness. That's such a good point.
Absolutely.
We hope you enjoyed this video.
And if you enjoyed this one, please check out the 13 others we have in this series.